The 3rd and 6 call there, did you think about passing it? Were you okay with that play call? And then did you consider going for it on 4th there instead of kicking the field goal?
No, we were going to go for it on 4th down. That's why it was 3rd and 6. We ran the ball, had a good outside zone call played, and get penetration, and it bounces Mo back, and we lose a yard. We thought we'd at least be able to get half back. If not, we've run the ball on 3rd down really well. And if not, set up a 4th and short. We were going to go for it anyway. When he lost the yard, there's no way I was going to be able to go for it now. The whole point of that was to be able to get at least half back, which we thought we could. That was the thought process on that chip.
All right, let's go to Meg and Ryan.
PJ, what was your impression of Tanner Morgan tonight and some of the interceptions he threw? What was your read on those?
Inconsistent. I think our whole football team was inconsistent. Offense, defense, special teams. I think there's way too many drops. It's not just on Tanner. Way too many drops. I think there are 5 or 6 drops, and I don't think the stats look any different, but who cares about the stats? I think we were just inconsistent as a football team tonight. And take your pick. Take a pick, whatever player you want to pick, or take every coach you want to pick, any offense, defense, special teams. We were just really inconsistent.
Andy Greeter, you're up next.
PJ, I know how much this rivalry meant to you guys not having it in your time here. What did you say to the team, and where do you go from here?
Well, we were 0-1 in the Iowa season. We're going to continue to keep that. That's how our program's built. We lost the game, didn't earn the right to get the pig back. Florida Rosedale did not. We didn't deserve to bring it back here. Didn't play well enough to get it, and this is I said this is another scar, and scars remind us of where we've been to get to where we want to go, and you got to give them a lot of credit. They played really well.
John Krasinski, go ahead.
PJ, just how disappointing were some of the penalties, especially in the first half, and really on that, after the interception from James to get backed up the way that you guys did, and how much did that set you back?
Well, I think it set us back for one drive, with the unsportsmanlike conduct on, I think, in Mariano. I think there was a block. That was kind of a bang-bang play. And then I'm not sure what the explanation was still yet on the one on us. So I'm on the field with my team. So it's we've got to be able to respond to those things. And I think we got the first down and started moving the football, and then, we got a hold, and I think that, that's the whole thing. I think we had all of our penalties in the first half. That's uncharacteristic of us. A lot of things that we did tonight's uncharacteristic of our football team, which is, what I told them afterwards. I said, we have an identity, and we know who we are, and we win games a certain way. And tonight we were basically complete opposite of that, and that's what it looks like.
Brian Burns, you're up next.
Hey, PJ, what was the offensive game plan tonight, and how do you think it was executed?
Well, the first few drives, we had the ball inside our own 10, and that's a really hard place to start against Iowa. Even your first, you get the ball at the 5-yard line, and next thing you know, you're looking at your script, and your first opening 10, you're not able to do those yet. You got to first of all get backed up, and get into coming out, and then move forward to get into your calls. But it was, again, to be balanced, Ryan. The biggest thing for us is always to be balanced, and we weren't able to do that. And we moved the ball efficiently, and then whether it was a penalty or whether it was a drop ball or whether it was an interception, we just couldn't get going enough to get into that rhythm. And when we got in the rhythm, something stopped us in that rhythm. There's a lot of really positives, a lot of good things we did. We just didn't do it well enough for long enough, and that's the inconsistency that I'm talking about.
All right, let's go to Daniel House.
Hey, PJ, what were your overall thoughts on the defense's performance tonight?
I think there was some really good and then some really bad. I think those are my overall thoughts just by watching it on the field. At one point, I counted 6 freshmen on the field, at one point. But that's no excuse. That just shows where we're going and what we're doing on defense. And we're going to be a really good football team eventually. Whether that's next week or 2 weeks, next year, I don't know. But, there's a lot of challenges that get thrown our way. And a lot of guys want their opportunity, and they get an opportunity, and you got to be ready for your opportunity. So, but I thought there were drives we played really well. We showed flashes of what we can be on defense, and then we're just not consistent enough. Then we showed flashes of our youth and inexperience, and not playing very good football.
Let's go to Andy Greeter.
PJ, what happened in the last minute there with your timeout and then Ferentz's 3 timeouts?
I have no idea. And they called 3 timeouts. I don't know. I have no idea what happened.
All right, let's go back to Chip Scoggins.
PJ, I want to go back. I didn't know if I understood you. They didn't give you an explanation why you got a unsportsmanlike penalty?
Well, because I was on the field and they told me to get off the field. But my team, I'm standing by my team. Everybody's on the field. I was on the field. I'm on the field. Like, we're on the field. And sportsmanlike conduct.
Let's go to Matthew Kennedy with the Minnesota Daily.
Coach, can you elaborate on Iowa's secondary shutting down guys like Ottman Bell and pretty much anybody besides Rashad Bateman, and why it was so difficult for Tanner to find any of those guys open?
They did a really good job. They did good mixing their coverages up. They got pressure on Tanner here and there. Our guys got to do a better job. And we dropped too many balls. And a lot of those drives end when you drop the ball. So, I think that's kind of the moral of the story right there. I mean, when you're dropping passes and you're not accurate, and it's hard to be able to spread the ball out and have 10 more passes go to other places. I mean, and then you get down, and then you got to go find a way to be able to sit in the pass game and to be able to get yourself out of the hole, or you create a long drive, takes a lot of time off the clock, and you come away with no points. That's hard to come back from.
Let's go to Meg Ryan.
PJ, do you have an update on why Benjamin St. Juste wasn't available for this game, and then having him out and then, Sorry Marin have to leave the game partway through as well? How did that affect the leadership on that side of the ball?
It's 2020. I mean, that's what it is. That's what we talked about. When you get your opportunity, you got to step in and step up and do your job, and you got to lead. And you got to find a way to go in there and make plays. So it's not going to stop. This isn't going to just automatically stop. There's no pill you can take. Some people have had more challenges with, the issues of 2020 than others. So we'll just continue to keep our oar in the water, keep rowing, and just keep getting better.
Let's go to Dave Campbell.
PJ, what was your read on the targeting call on Mariano?
It's hard to be able to, again, question officials when they're talking about safety. I mean, it's a bang play. But again, rules are there for the rules, and that's why they have them. And then they review them and think it's targeting, and it must have been targeting. I'm not going to sit here and argue that one whatsoever. They want to keep the players safe, and I'm all for that. It happens to be on our side this time, and we set out the first half and then the second half, and that's your anchor in the middle. And when you're not very deep over there, not deep, but you have a lot of inexperience over there and playing a lot of young guys, and it's kind of that perfect storm.
We'll take one more. We'll go to Chip Scoggins. Chip, go ahead.
PJ, does it look like Tanner's lost his confidence?
No, I would not say that whatsoever. I think you got to give Iowa's defense a lot of credit. I've also thought he's played really well at certain points. Again, inconsistency is what I would continue to hang our hat on, and how we're playing as a football team, not just one guy. It's everybody. It takes everyone. He threw some really nice passes today that were dropped, and then he's got to be able to throw some better ones that can be caught. And the routes have to be more detailed. Our depth has to be more detailed. Where we're going has to be more detailed. And that whole thing's just got to become more consistent. And I know it will be with time.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate everybody.
your time.
Row the boat, Sky, go Gophers.
For student athletes, we'll have Coney Durr, Mohammed Ibrahim, and Tanner Morgan coming up momentarily.